We have looked at the details of the technologies and points to note to preserve the seed quality at Japan's seed production sites. Following on from part 1 of the video, Technologies Utilized at Seed Production Sites, in part 2, let's follow the flow of seed production and take a look at processes from harvest preparation to seed storage. Let's look at the specific work for seed production from harvest preparation to seed storage conducted by the Registered Seed Center and seed production farmers following the annual production schedule. In August, the combine harvesters and dryers are thoroughly cleaned for harvesting. These are scenes of work at the Registered Seed Center. For cleaning, each piece of machinery is disassembled as far as possible. Any seeds that are suspected of remaining in the machinery from the previous harvest are expelled with high-pressure air. This is painstaking work to ensure no contamination by off-type seeds.
品種ごとにコンバインを準備できれば一番それがベストなんですけども、それをやってしまうと、費用がかかりすぎてしまうので、この品種が変わるごとと、あと作物が変わるごと、麦から稲に、稲から麦に変わるときには必ず掃除をするのと、あと品種ですね、コシヒカリから秋田小町から福丸なんかに品種が変わるときには必ず掃除をするようにしてます。一粒混じるごとに100倍になってしまう可能性があるんで、なるべくこの放置というものをしてきれいに取り除きます。この 100% ではないんですけど、それを 100% に近づけるためにここまでばらして、中から全部引っ張り出して、掃除するようにはしています。
Such contamination prevention work is also thoroughly carried out by seed production farmers and JA Seed Centers. This is the Registered Seed Center. In September, prior to harvesting, the weeds in and around the fields are meticulously mowed to prevent contamination. These include millet and Eskinomanine indica or sola, which easily mix in with the harvested seeds. Harvest time varies by variety, but it is about 33 to 45 days after heading. Seed moisture content is always measured on site, and harvesting is carried out when the moisture content is below 25%. Harvesting by combine harvester is carried out when grains that are still green near the panicle base represent about 5% of the whole crop. However, when the paddy moisture content is uneven due to lodging, when the growth of rice in a field is uneven and there is variation in paddy moisture content, or when paddy grains slightly open to expose the brown rice inside represent 10% or more of the crop, paddy damage and germination failure can occur, so either seeds are not harvested or they are harvested separately. And now harvesting. The Registered Seed Center harvests registered seeds. Where different varieties are grown in neighboring fields, the paddy grown within 3 meters of the neighboring field is harvested separately and is not used for seeds. To avoid grain damage, care should be taken not to set harvesting speed or rotation speed of the threshing cylinder too high. To prevent seed contamination, at the end of every day's work, rice grains remaining inside the machine should be cleaned out.
今日はちょっと天気がいいんで普通に枯れるんですけども、水分が多かったり とかするとコンバインが詰まってしまったりとかの原因になるので、水分がちゃんと落ちてるのを確認して、天気のいい日に見計らって、行います。スピード、刈り取るスピードなんですけども、あんまり急ぎすぎてしまうと種を傷つけてしまったりとかするので、あんまり急がずに、特に朝なんかはちょっと朝露で濡れてたりとかするので、スピードをちょっと落として、刈っていきます。あと中にゴミなんかもちょっと入りやすいので、製品見ながら、買ったものを見ながら、ゴミが多かったりした時にはちょっと調整しながら刈っていきます。
At seed production farms, harvesting of certified seeds for supply to general farmers also starts. As a rule, a dedicated seed dryer is used to immediately dry the harvested seeds with hot air until the moisture content drops below 14.5%.
乾燥に気をつける点は、まず乾燥機の中に張り込んだらば、まず風で水分をなじませるっていうのが一番の注意点ですね。刈り取った時にはやはり水分がもみによってムラがあるので、風で巡回させながら水分を引き合わせて、まず風で平らに、できるだけ平らにする。でそれから火力乾燥を始める。で火力乾燥を始めたらゆっくり乾燥する。目安的には1時間に 0.5% から 0.7% ぐらいを基準にして機械を合わせて乾燥すると。
This is the drying process at the registered seed center. Points to note when drying. If using conveying equipment, once the grain is transferred from a combine harvester to the equipment, it is important not to leave the grain in the equipment, but quickly transfer it to the dryer. Neglecting this will reduce seed germination and quality. Further, when rice is dried mechanically, note that there is a minimum holding capacity. Incorrect capacity holding can lead to uneven drying and inhibit germination. Rice straw remaining in fields after harvesting is bundled with hemp twine and composted at the compost yard. Rice straw compost is used for crops other than rice. On the other hand, wheat straw compost is used in rice production. This is to avoid contamination by seeds from different rice varieties. After taking the rice straw out, the field is repeatedly plowed, and any seeds that have dropped onto the field at harvest are plowed into the soil, left to germinate and rot. This is another way of preventing contamination by different varieties the following year. After harvesting, combine harvesters and dryers are thoroughly cleaned to prevent contamination.
清掃はですね、まず時間をかけて何回も行う。一粒でも挟まっていないように一度やってももう一度見直すっていう、それがやっぱり基本ですね。やっぱり時間をかけてゆっくり何度も機械を動かしながら一粒でも混じらないようにきれいに掃除すると。慌ててやるとどうしても見失うところがありますので、1日かけたらまた次の日もう一回見直しして、もう一度点検をして、清掃を終わらせるっていうのが基本ですね。
In November, before post-harvest treatment of harvested seeds, the treatment facilities and equipment are thoroughly cleaned to prevent contamination from foreign matter. Cleaning starts from the upper parts of facilities and equipment. Then comes post-harvest treatment of harvested seeds. Post-harvest treatment includes size sorting and removal of irregular types. First, the seeds are dried until the moisture content is 13%. and then placed in a coarse sorter to remove foreign matter such as leaves and stems. Then paddy grains are placed in an awn remover to remove awns and rachis branches by rubbing the grain together. The seed cleaner removes thin or unripe seeds. The uniflow separator removes too long or too short seeds. Lastly, the seeds are placed in a gravity sorter to remove grains that are under or overweight. In this way, only good quality seeds with consistent grain thickness, length, and weight remain as registered seeds. Through this series of post-harvest treatment processes, about 30% of seeds are removed due to deviation from standards, and the remaining become a product as the registered seed.
収穫して乾燥した、もみをゴミを除く作業を調整機で行います。調整を行うことによって、ゴミ、や未熟米などを取り除くことができ、その後の作業、播州作業とかによって、トラブル引っかかったり詰まったりするトラブルを未然に防ぐことができる。もう一つ発芽率を少しでも上げたいので、発芽率がこれによって上がることが期待されます。掃除を徹底的にやります。品種が終わったらもう徹底的に掃除、本当に隅から隅まできれいに掃除して、次の品種に入るようにします。ゴミ、野毛付きを製品の方に入れない、ゼロっていうわけにはいかないんですけども、なるべくゼロに近づける、一つの機械に対して2人体制で掃除の作業の時には1人が見てもう1人がチェックをするっていうのは全てにおいてやってます。
Registered seeds are stored in a refrigerated warehouse. Storage conditions are at below 13 degrees Celsius with less than 35% humidity while waiting for shipping. Registered seeds that have become a product undergo germination tests in a laboratory. Germination tests are carried out twice, after harvesting and then after post-harvest treatment. The number of days to germination, sprout growth, and root growth are used to assess normal germination. The qualifying standard is for a total seed germination rate of at least 90%. The ultimate goal is to reach as close as possible to 100%. This is the certified seed warehouse of a JA Seed Center. To prevent contamination accidents due to memory error, variety names are always clearly marked on tags on the seed bags. This is a germination test of certified seeds produced at a seed production farm. For the seed germination test, harvested and dried seeds that are almost dormant are used. 100 seeds are soaked overnight in a solution containing water, sterilizing agent, and a dormancy-breaking plant hormone. The next day, the seeds are rinsed with water, and 100 seeds are sown in a petri dish so that they do not touch each other. They are incubated at 30 degrees Celsius, and after 7 days, the germination rate is calculated by removing seeds that have germinated normally and counting those that did not germinate. Apart from these processes at seed production farms, in October, all seed stakeholders connected to production, distribution, examination, and inspection gather for seed inspections as well as for a standard seed preparation meeting. The aim of this meeting is to select standard seed samples that will become the reference for ensuring quality uniformity. Selecting samples enables seed examination and inspection and post-harvest treatment to be conducted according to the same standards. Standard samples are created by unifying size and removing irregular types, such as those with rachis branches attached and with empty seeds. Seeds that are colored, for example black, or in an unripe state such as tinged with green or pale colored, and grains that are small, deformed, or twisted. Standard samples are created in this way by unifying size and removing irregular types. In conjunction with this standard sample, implementing stringent production and post-harvest treatment and distribution all enable maintenance of a high level of seed quality. In this way, a variety of processes are undertaken throughout the year through the efforts of stakeholders to produce high-quality seeds.
品種育成というのは我々の品種改良だけではなくて最終的に農家さんに種子が渡ってやっと完了だと思っております。で我々がいくらいいものを作ったとしても種子生産がいい塩梅になってしまってちゃんとなんか混ざった種とか生育の揃いの悪い種などがいってしまうとなかなか作ったものも普及しないことになります。ですので種子生産をする上では段階を踏んできちんと混ざりのない良い種を作ることを心がけていただくと育種家としては非常に嬉しいものとなります。
日本とアフリカでは同じ水筒であっても多くの条件が違っていると思いますが、高品質な種子を生産することの重要性というのは日本もアフリカも変わらないんだろうと思います。皆様の地域でも種子生産システムを構築して優良な種子の生産に取り組まれていかれることを期待しております。
種作り始めると、プライドみたいなのがあって、いいものを作ろうとする意識が高まっていくんですよね。お金はその最後かな。ものづくりだからいいものを作ろうという意識を築き上げないと意識して作れるもんじゃないんですよ、生産物は。やっぱり種を作ろうというその生産意識が根本に作らないと生産物は良くならない。
Hello, my fellow African people. I'm Wembo Samson from Uganda. Right now, I'm in Japan trying to study about their food system and their seed production systems. But what I realized today is very, very, very different from what we do in Africa. These people love their country. These people love their farmers. They do as much as they can such that they try to create a kind of sustainable agriculture and seed production systems. So if we can also develop the same in Africa, I think we can create a difference to our farmers, especially in terms of pricing, especially in terms of production. They love their nations, they love their farmers, and farmers are very happy to produce these seeds. So I urge you all that you can take up, love your nations, love your farmers, and do well so that they can benefit and live a better life. Thank you very much.
Learning the technologies involved in rice production is extremely important. Another vital factor is maintaining a high level of motivation for producing good quality seeds. Please take your first steps towards expanding rice production.